Get ready for a journey beyond the veil of the unknown, where the line between reality and the inexplicable becomes blurred. In this video, we will delve into the depths of the Donato Cervantes case, a man whose story defies all logic. Donato, a resident of San Cayenne, Peru, claims to have been a messenger of beings from a distant galaxy, the Celestial Galaxy. His experiences, filled with enigmatic encounters and miraculous healings, cast a shadow of doubt on what we consider possible. In an intriguing encounter, Donato describes beings with large eyes, bluish mouths, and silver bodies, who supposedly healed him from severe injuries and entrusted him with a mission on Earth. He talks about a mysterious stone with healing and fault detection powers and telepathic messages that foretell an uncertain future. But are Donato's claims mere fantasy, or a glimpse of a truth that transcends our understanding? Join us in this investigation as we explore the limits of belief and reason. Prepare to question everything you believe. Let's answer the questions that echo in the confines of the universe. If Donato's story is true, what is the purpose of the alien presence on Earth? Why did the beings from the Celestial Galaxy choose Donato as their messenger? Let your mind wander through the shadows of doubt and share your theories in the comments. The truth is out there, waiting to be discovered. Hello everyone, welcome to the True Crime Files Investigations channel. If you are a lover of real criminal stories, get ready for an exciting marathon. Every week, we will explore shocking and remarkable cases, the most complex and intriguing ones, with an in-depth analysis of the details and motivations behind each event, which leads us to question human nature. Subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos, and ensure you're always up to date with our exclusive content. Leave your like to strengthen our community and motivate me to bring more and more impactful and unprecedented stories. Get ready to discover the backstage of the crime world, learn about the failures of the judicial system and the stories of victims fighting for justice. Welcome to an investigative and emotional journey. I count on you on this journey. The truth is about to be revealed. So, fasten your seatbelts, because the investigation begins now. The existence of extraterrestrial life has always been a subject that sparks curiosity and fascination among humanity. Numerous urban legends and stories of contact with enigmatic beings fuel the imagination and make us question our place in the universe. Today, we delve into the story of Donato Cervantes, a man from Peru who claimed to have been healed by aliens and to have become a messenger for beings from another world. Donato, a native of San Cayenne, a village near Huaraz in Ancash, Peru, recounted remarkable encounters with celestial beings. His first contact allegedly occurred in 1975, while he was driving a van for the company he worked for. Upon spotting a pulsating blue and orange light on the top of a mountain, a strange sound echoed, and the vehicle inexplicably stopped. The door opened on its own, and Donato was levitated toward the source of the light. An unexpected event interrupted the encounter. A hailstorm approached, and Donato was thrown against the rocks of a dry riverbed, losing consciousness. His colleagues found him and took him to the Shuai camp. A few hours later, Donato woke up in his room, which was suddenly illuminated by the presence of strange beings. They told him, "We have been searching for you for a long time. On Earth, you will be our messenger, as many doubt our existence." The beings introduced themselves to Donato and revealed his mission on Earth, but a pact prevented him from disclosing their names. Years later, on June 8, 1983, a serious accident nearly cost him his right arm. A piece of glass deeply cut his wrist, severing muscles, veins, and tendons. Doctors recommended amputation, but Donato refused. To everyone's surprise, his arm healed completely. Donato attributed the healing not to a miracle but to the intervention of beings from the Celestial Galaxy, who had transmitted healing energy to him. Following their instructions, he fasted and, at nightfall, was levitated by an alien ship 400 meters into the air. There, his arm was healed in seconds. The beings told him to keep his arm covered for 13 days and to share the incident with humanity. Donato also claimed to have received telepathic messages, called the Seal, which depicted two crescent moons. One represented the celestial center, and the other represented Donato. He also mentioned other messages about the impossibility of humans reaching the moon and about space surveillance, in addition to revelations about angels, God, and hell. The beings of the celestial galaxy revealed to Donato that many Peruvians had contact with them and that he himself would be taken to an unknown planet. They also informed him that 6,800 people around the world were part of a new generation in the celestial galaxy, including another man from Ancash who had mysteriously disappeared. The conversations with the aliens occurred telepathically while they floated 10 centimeters above the ground, over a light similar to the flames of a gas stove. Donato described their faces as having light blue lipless mouths, large eyes extending to their ears, flat noses, large separated teeth, scaly silver necks, and elongated heads with a moving liquid at the top. The beings wore silver suits and fed on a gas-like substance. The alien ship emitted a light so intense it damaged the eyes, and its elevator had multicolored lights. When inactive, the ship became transparent, revealing spongy floors and walls with connected devices. The aliens gifted Donato a sacred stone measuring 8 centimeters on each side, weighing 200 grams, and featuring 12 horizontal stripes on each face except the base, which had 22. The stone detected electrical and mechanical faults and possessed healing powers. Donato claimed it was made of energies from a sacred mountain on a satellite of Jupiter, where great celestial leaders gathered every 33 years. After being on display for 15 days in Juarez, the stone disintegrated on July 14, 1986, returning to its place of origin. Geological engineer Romulo Vidal Valverde analyzed the stone, finding its erosion peculiar, with the 4 faces worn and polished uniformly, with no signs of separation from another rock. Donato used the stone to heal people, such as a 16-year-old paralyzed girl and a 57-year-old man with cancer. He gained fame as the human radio transmitter, as his healed arm transmitted and received radio messages during the full and new moon phases. He could also tighten screws and light bulbs without tools. Beyond the healing of his arm, Donato recounted other miraculous recoveries, such as the regeneration of 2 fingers severed by a chainsaw and the healing of prostate cancer. He claimed that during the healing of his prostate, an alien and Jesus Christ appeared in his hospital room. Despite witnesses' testimonies, no concrete evidence supports Donato's claims, except for photos of his injured hand, medical records, and his accounts. The Peruvian press covered the case, but not everyone took it seriously. The story of Donato Cervantes becomes even more extraordinary when his healing abilities are discussed. According to reports, the touch of his hand, the same one said to have been healed by the beings of the celestial galaxy, was capable of alleviating others' suffering. Donato allegedly healed a 16-year-old girl from paralysis and a 57-year-old man from cancer, using only the power of his hands. Over time, Donato earned the nickname the human radio transmitter. Witnesses claimed that during the full and new moon phases, his healed arm could transmit and receive radio messages, tunable by any device. Other accounts describe his ability to loosen and tighten screws of any size without tools, and even light bulbs with a simple touch. Donato attributed all these powers to the sacred stone he received from space beings. However, the healing of his right arm was not the only encounter with celestial intervention. Years later, a chainsaw accident severed 2 of his fingers. Once again, Donato claimed the beings healed his wounds and regenerated his tissues through gradual solar energy. Photographic records exist of Donato's finger healing process, but due to YouTube policies, explicit images cannot be fully displayed. A final healing reportedly occurred 2 months before Donato's death in June 2013, when he fully recovered from prostate cancer. According to Donato's story, while preparing for surgery in the hospital, one of the celestial beings appeared at his side, accompanied by an entity he described as Jesus Christ. The alien reportedly emitted a light from one of its fingers towards the affected area, instantly curing the illness. The beings then disappeared, leaving the doctors, according to Donato, paralyzed and perplexed. Despite witness accounts, there is no tangible evidence to corroborate Donato's claims, beyond photographs of his injured hand, medical records, and his own accounts. The Peruvian press reported on the case, but the story was not widely accepted. Dear friends, travelers of the unknown, we have reached the end of this fascinating journey through the life of Donato Cervantes. a man who presented us with an enigma that challenges the very fabric of our reality. Donato's saga, a mosaic of encounters with beings from other worlds, healings that defy medicine, and telepathic messages that echo with mysteries, forces us to question the limits of what we consider possible. However, the absence of concrete evidence, beyond his own accounts and some photographs, leaves us in a terrain where doubt and faith intertwine. The key to unraveling this enigma lies in maintaining an open mind, but with a consistently critical eye. Donato's story unfolds into multiple interpretations. A real chapter of extraterrestrial contact. Donato may have been a true ambassador, a link between humanity and civilizations that reside beyond the stars. A reflection of the complexity of the human mind. Donato's experiences may be a reflection of complex psychological phenomena, such as hallucinations or delusions, shaped by his beliefs and the cultural environment in which he lived. A symbolic narrative that resonates with universal yearnings. Donato's story can be seen as a mirror of the human soul, reflecting our yearnings, fears, and questions about existence and the unknown. Regardless of which interpretation we choose, the story of Donato Cervantes invites us to contemplate the vastness of the universe and the mysteries that still surround us. It reminds us that reality is a kaleidoscope of possibilities, much more complex and multifaceted than our limited perception can grasp. In a world where the search for answers is incessant, Donato's story reminds us that not everything can be deciphered by science or logic. Sometimes, it is necessary to embrace mystery, allow imagination to guide us along unexplored paths, and accept that there are questions that may never have definitive answers. I leave you, my friends, with the task of reflecting on the story of Donato Cervantes and weaving your own conclusions. May the search for truth continue to propel us on our journey of discovery, and may the flame of curiosity never be extinguished in our hearts. Thank you so much for watching this story. Your presence and support are essential for me to continue creating quality content. So, if you enjoyed this story, please like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any new episodes. Your subscription and comments are fundamental for me to keep bringing quality content. Leave your opinion in the comments, always with respect for the victims, and together let's build an even better community. Thank you so much for following my work, and I'll see you in the next episode.